Great. All right. We will start today's program. And creating peace in the family. Okay. All right. Screen shares happening. All right, let's see. We'll start with this slideshow. The one rule keeps peace in the family for you. When I started working on today's slideshow, I thought I understood certain things, but as I worked, more was revealed. Now, this slideshow was prepared for one of these shows earlier, much earlier. Anyway, just wanted you to know that. Recently, there have been questions and concerns that using the one rule might not work. I understand where these concerns come from. After all, it is such a different approach than parents are in charge. That seems to be pretty standard in my studying of anthropology and in the countries that I've visited. This one, of course, not only that, it is so simple. How can something that simple work? It just couldn't be that simple. And since it is so simple, it must not really work. It's got to fail. It doesn't make sense. Although I really want everyone to adopt the one rule when relating to kids from birth onward, by just adding it to whatever way they parent now, I do understand the concerns, and I'm going to do my best to address them today. When I was first introduced by 3-year-old children to what I now call the one rule, I told them to help them understand what I wanted to help them do, that they were each important. Then I pointed to each of them and said, you are important and you are important. They could agree with that. One little girl's awareness expanded to realize that they were both important. I saw it as her eyes lit up. I now realize that her eyes may have lit up because she thought of a solution. However, before thinking of the solution, she had to accept that the solution had to be something that they both liked. Until now, I've believed that her eyes lit up because she expanded her thinking to accept that both of them were important. Of course, that may be true. However, it's only now that I've come to realize that whether that is true or not, by following what is now known as the one rule, she found a peaceful, harmonious solution, a solution that was enjoyable for both of them. That is true for anyone who uses the one rule. There may be more than one peaceful solution, but it has been my experience working with kids that there is always at least one agreeable solution. I'm going to have some water. No one has to believe that they are important or that the other person is important. But when a solution is discovered that all involved truly like, so they can agree to it, they are acting in peace. They are peace in action. This is built into the one rule. Even if people's awareness does not expand to include the importance of the other person, as long as they are following the rule, they find a solution that they both like, or they all like, and they agree to use that solution. The result is peace. They also get to feel good about themselves and their life. They're happy with the solution. It may not be the solution they originally thought of, but they like it anyway. That is why they agreed to it. Think about how you feel when things are going the way you want them to go. You feel good, right? Another thing I mentioned to those first two little girls was that they both deserve to have what they want and that we were going to figure out how to do this. This is the main thing that people have trouble with. This is why people have trouble believing that the one rule works. They want something and someone else wants the same thing, like the little girls both wanted to swing on the same swing, the only swing available. Whatever the situation, it seems that there is no way that both people could have what they want. They think that they have to give up on what they want or the other person does. That is the most common outcome. That is what people are used to. It's hard to realize that there is a peaceful solution. It's hard to accept a possibility that seems so uncommon. I just realized that when I promised, I vowed to never force my children to do what they did not want to do. I put myself in the perfect position to be open to peaceful answers. Peaceful solutions require that everyone involved agrees. This does not mean that they just say that they agree, but that they fully, truly agree because that solution is something that they like. So I've been using the one rule for at least 38 years. For most of those years, it was called the power of respect, and there were 108 respect tools, skills, and strategies I used to make it work. That's why I know I've found a true solution, mighty enough to stand on its own. One rule. In case some of you don't know, the one rule came into being one night when I wondered if people would actually have to learn the 108 tools, skills, and strategies I'd use to create respectful relationships with the kids in my life. That night I asked myself, of the 108, what is the least that people need to know to be able to raise happy kids? The one rule was my answer, and that one rule is powerful enough to create peace between parents and kids, and powerful enough to be your fail-safe in your intention to raise happy kids. The one rule is peace in action. Here are a couple of examples of how the one rule can ensure happy kids and peace between adults and kids. I have to get some water. Okay. My youngest daughter and my 6-year-old grandson were visiting. The one rule had just taken on its name. As I was explaining the process to them, my daughter used the word agreement to explain the process in one word. I liked it. I use it. It seems appropriate that the one rule has a one-word description. My grandson liked to watch TV and YouTube video cartoons. My daughter did not really want him to do that, especially as much as he wanted to. One time, when he asked me to set up my laptop for him, I told him that I felt uncomfortable doing this because his mom did not feel good about it. I wanted this to work out with her too. He thought about this briefly and suggested that he and I play cards. So we did. We had fun. So here, all people involved were honored. Peace was maintained. Everyone felt cared about. Another example is from someone I coached on the one rule. One issue she had was feeling uncomfortable, always buying her 5-year-old daughter things every time they went to the store, especially when her daughter was not behaving in ways she liked. She came up with an idea that they all liked. She made a chart of behavior that she liked. Her daughter could earn money for those behaviors and buy her own things. Her daughter liked earning money, and the parents liked the behavior. Here again, all people involved were honored. Peace was maintained, and everyone felt cared about. So I hope you'll join me in the movement to help kids grow up happy and in peace. Use the one rule. Become an affiliate or a partner. Earn 50% commission. Share this with many, many more. The affiliate and partner program are part of the Happy Kids business launch. Starting now, join us. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna do a story next on a slideshow story. Whoops, wrong place. This is Sibling Rivals Go Peaceful. Start. Okay. Maybe I'll read this, just the whole thing. I was going to skip to another page, but let's just do this whole thing. When this show first started, it was called Karen Ryce's Family Zoom Station. This was episode 17. And for a while, it was called Homeschooling Today because most children, well, their schools were closed and children were being homeschooled. And here's the story. Sibling Rivals Go Peaceful. This is not the story yet. This is the beginning, talking about the one rule. During the first part of this 1-hour show, I share tips, strategies, and stories to create harmony with kids. Then we get into Q&A and discussion. That's when we have guests. When I talk about creating harmony with kids, I often bring up the one rule. In any situation where there are differences that might lead to conflict between you and your kids, use the one rule. Also, it was pointed out by Batul that it doesn't always have to be conflict using one rule. It could just be something you need to work out in the family, maybe even vacation plans. In fact, we should get to that today. There's a story on that. Using the one rule means you find agreement. That's the rule. The one rule equals agreement. Agreement equals harmony. You find an idea that everyone likes, then you have agreement. When you follow this rule, you find harmony. You discover what needs to shift so that everyone involved feels good about the situation. It has never failed me when I have used it. Even though I had not isolated it and named it, it was very much a part of raising my children and working with students as a Montessori teacher in our Montessori school, as well as with students in public schools. Okay, now we start the story. The guardians were having their first online meeting after their fundraising event with the PTSA, the Parent Teacher Student Association. There were too many new guardians to meet at Kathy and Timmy's. Now, this is a series of stories. There are 5 at the moment. Another one is in formation. And I'm not sure if they're on YouTube. You might, I'm not sure. You might have to be a member to get access to all of these easily. But they are part of the Friendly Parent Story Time. So if you catch those, they go live on Facebook. You'll be able to get all the Guardian stories. And when the new book comes out, the Friendly Parents storybook, they will be in there. Okay. Besides, they were all very busy. After the event, Kathy started giving classes, online and in person, for kids and parents. She was even going to be giving them to teachers and other staff at Timmy's school. And now she was getting requests from parents and teachers in other locations, even other towns, other states, and another country. The guardians were her support staff. They coached kids who wanted more practice than they got in Kathy's weekly classes. Guardian Mitch was the first one to speak up. I want some help. Could we focus getting along with brothers and sisters today? Sure, said Pam. Does that sound good to everyone? Everyone agreed. So what's up, Mitch? Asked Jeff. Well, it feels kind of strange and embarrassing, but it's my family. Ever since I joined the Guardians, I've been having trouble with my big brother and sister. What kind of trouble, Mitch? Asked Jen. My brother's always saying that now I think I'm such a big shot. They both call me superhero. They say, ooh, here comes the superhero. It hurts my feelings. Let's break into working partners and see what we come up with, said Pam. Pam had sort of become the leader of the Guardians. It worked for her and everyone else too. She easily and naturally took the leader's position. Everyone was glad she did this. Having someone do this helped things go smoothly. Each team went into a private online space where they could figure out their demo. When they were done, they went back to the main online meeting space. After they were all back in the main meeting area, Pam asked, who would like to go first? We would, said Jeff and Elaine together. Of course, they are brother and sister. Okay, said Jeff. I'm the narrator, so I'll explain what we did and then we'll do the demonstration. We decided that Elaine would be the one whose feelings got hurt. Okay, here's our demo. It really hurts my feelings when you call me a superhero. I wish you wouldn't do that. You are a superhero, aren't you? I mean, now that you're a guardian, doesn't that make you a superhero? No, I'm just a helper, and the way you say it is what hurts my feelings. It makes me feel like you think it's a bad thing for me to do. Does it matter what I think? I guess it does. Well, I really do think you are a superhero. I was really surprised when I heard that you were a guardian. Maybe it's the way Mom told me about you joining. She said she thought I should do that too, and why didn't I join? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. You could join if you want to. I don't want to, that's the problem. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough because I don't want to help like you do. I'm sorry about that. I've learned during our coaching sessions that it's important to do what we want to do, no matter what other people think. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you too for being in the Guardians. I just don't want to. Then it's good you're not. You might like to join in the coaching for kids that don't want to be in the Guardians. What's that about? Well, we've learned something called the one rule. It helps us solve problems fast so that everyone feels good. Like we just did? Exactly like we just did. I think I'll check it out. Is it hard to learn? No, it's super easy. Do you want to do this on your own, or would you like a guardian to help you? I'll take the guardian's help. I still want to call you a superhero. That's okay now. It will make me feel good now. I just thought maybe we do have a superpower. I think the one rule is our superpower. Now you'll have that superpower too. That's our demo, said Jeff. Great, said Pam. Next. I'll go next, said Lacey. The rest of you are in the family meeting. So I figured out one on my own. Okay, said Pam. This is the first thing I thought when I heard your situation, Mitch. This is just going to be me playing you and working things out in myself. I made some notes so I don't forget. I wish I didn't get so upset when my brother and sister tease me. I wonder why it hurts my feelings. I just remembered something. It was something new we learned at our last session with Kathy. What was it? How did it go? Oh, yeah. It's not up to other people to make my life better. It's up to me. If I want to have things go better, I need to have better self-talk. Instead of getting upset when they call me a superhero, I could ignore them, or I could say, thanks. I could actually feel good that they call me a superhero. I kind of am. I help kids every day. I help kids stay safe. And with the one rule, I help them feel good about themselves and their life. Oh, yeah, Kathy also said for us to think mostly about things that make us feel good when we think them. I'm going to do that starting now. And when anyone says I'm a superhero, I'm going to feel glad and maybe even thank them. That's my demo, said Lacey. Awesome, Lacey. said Pam. Now we'll do the family meeting demo. I'm the mom, John is the dad, Jen, Ken, and Timmy are the kids. So what's this family meeting thing about? Asked Dad. It's something I learned about in the Guardians. Guardians, guardians, guardians. Stop it, kids, shouted Mom. Go on, Mitch. Well, that's what this meeting is about. I'm tired of being teased for being in the Guardians. Guard, stop that. So what do you want to do about this? Asked Dad. I want to have a one rule session, all of us. What's a one rule session? Asked Mom. This is what I do with kids every day. I help them find a solution that they all like. Then they agree on that solution. So what solution would you like? I'd like them to stop teasing me. Now what? We decide if we all like that solution. If we agree that that is a solution that we all like, then we agree that that is a solution we want, and then we're done. This is dumb. That's enough of that. What solution would you like then? I just want to keep teasing you, superhero Big Shot. You're going to be in big trouble after we're done here. You always take his side. I'm always the one to get in trouble. He never gets in trouble. It's what you do that gets you in trouble, young man. Don't go blaming your brother. Let's at least see if we can find a solution we can all agree on. The kids at school do it every day. I guess I should have started by telling you what Coach Kathy told us about the one rule. We are each important. Then I point to each of you and say, you are important and you are important and you are important and you are important and I am important. I would have started with I'm important, said his brother. That's a good way to start too. Then she says that we each deserve to feel good. And now we're going to figure out a way for this to happen. Then we do. We find something that everyone likes. That's how we all get to feel good. So far, we've had 2 ideas, but not everyone likes the ideas. I'd stop teasing you if Dad would take me, only me, when he goes fishing. That sounds like a good idea, son. Wait, I want to do something special if I'm going to stop teasing too. I want to help you, Mom, figure out the menus for the week, and I want to help with the shopping and fixing the food. What about cleaning up and doing the dishes? You want to help with that too? Sure. Well, let's give it a try. So you're going fishing with Dad and you're going to help Mom with the food and you're both going to stop teasing me about anything, right? Right, right. Mom, Dad, does all this sound good to you too? Yes, son, you've done a great job here tonight. Yes, you really are the guardian of our family. It seems like things are going to be better than ever. That's our demo, said Pam. Thanks, guys, said Mitch. You've given me great things to think about. You've really done a great job here today, said Coach Kathy. I took lots of notes. I'll do a quick review. In the last demo, you saw an example of working with your whole family and using the one rule. Now you might understand more of why your brother and sister were teasing you. Maybe they both do want special attention from your parents. You saw how important it is to tell everyone in the beginning that they are each important and point to each one saying, "You're important." And they each deserve to feel good and that you're going to find out how to do that. After that was done, everything shifted and the family found a solution fast. So working with your whole family is an option. Or you could just figure it out in your own mind like Lacey did. That's just as useful. Finding and maintaining your own feel-good space inside, thinking the thoughts that help you do that. Maybe you could take a look at her notes if that would help you. Or you could talk with your brother, like the demo with Jeff and Elaine. There might be something you can work out with him that could solve the whole situation. So, Mitch, how do you feel now? I don't feel so lost, and I sure don't feel embarrassed, said Mitch. I know there are many ways I could solve this. I feel more hopeful. You know that if you need one of us to help you, just ask, said Pam. Thanks, all of you, said Mitch. You've been a lot of help. I'm sure that by our next meeting, this will be fixed. Sounds good, Mitch, said Pam. Is that it, Kathy? Does anyone have anything else? I'm done, said Kathy. I just want to say you all did a great job. You are great guardians. I'm proud to have you on my team. We'll meet again next week, said Pam. Have a great week, guardians and Coach Kathy. Thanks for being here. Okay. Now we're going to go to the story that I picked out, where it seems like they're working on a family vacation, and it seems like there's going to be trouble, and how they get to figure it out in a peaceful way. Okay. The family vacation and the one rule. Now, this was originally written before the one rule, and it was actually in a series, like 12 different sections. But I have recently modified it for the one rule. Okay. Gabby, remember I told you about that new program I'm learning about, the one rule, where we can solve things as a family so that each of us gets to feel good? Yeah? Okay. Well, I've checked with your father and your brother and sister, but I haven't had time to check with you. I'd like to decide about our family vacation this summer. We need to plan now if we want to do some of the things we've been thinking of. Mom, I haven't had time to tell you, but I don't want to take a vacation with the family. I want to stay in town with my friends. Wow, that's a surprise. I think you and I and your dad need to meet. We can't decide about our family vacation until we figure this out. I really want you to come, but we'll come to some decision that we all like. I'll ask your brother and sister if it matters to them to be part of this discussion, since this is a family issue. When is a good time for you to meet with us? It sounds to me like everyone will be ganging up on me. I'm sorry if it sounds like that, but we're using the one rule now, coming to agreement. No decisions are made unless everyone involved agrees to them, really, truly agrees, because they like the idea. That includes you. If you don't like an idea, you just say no, and that idea can't be used. So, is this evening after dinner good for you? I guess it's okay. Great. I'll tell the others about the change of plans. Let's get started. We were going to discuss where and when we are taking our family vacation this summer, but now we have to reach an agreement that everyone likes about Gabby going or not. Remember, we're using the one rule. So the rule is we find a solution that everyone involved likes and can agree to. So any idea that someone involved doesn't like can't be used. My idea is that I get to stay home during family vacation. No, Gabby. We already know that Gabby doesn't like the idea of having to go on the family vacation. And Crystal and I don't like the idea of her not going with us. So we can't use those ideas. I want to stay with my girlfriend, Jean. Let's all just stay home. Let's all stay home and do things here together. Gabby can invite a friend or two to come along. We could just stay here this vacation. We never do that. It might be interesting. If we do that, we can save our vacation money and go somewhere really great next year. This is sounding better and better. There's lots to do around here that we never get to do or never take time to see. There's lots to do around here that we never get to or never take time to see. We could take drives around here. We could visit friends we hardly ever get to see. We could invite people for dinner and barbecues. So, are we agreed we stay? Yes, yes, yes. Sounds good. What a surprise ending. Let's set up a special savings account for next year's extravagant vacation. Let's get travel brochures and start dreaming and planning. Let's go to a travel agent and see everything that tourists like to do here. You want to do that, Gabby? Now you could have friends along if you want to go on our outings. Sure, Mom, that sounds like fun. I might not want to go on all of them, though. No problem. I want Gabby to go with us. What if you invite a friend of your own, Crystal, when Gabby doesn't want to go? Who can I ask? Well, let's make a list of children you might like to ask. Okay. Who's going to go to the travel agent to get brochures for our next vacation and of local things for this vacation? I'll go, Mom, since it's because of me that you're not going away this vacation. Great. Terry, you had the idea about the savings account. Sure, I'll take care of that tomorrow. Was there anything else? What about my list of friends? Right, Crystal, you and I can do that. We also have to have our first dreaming session about next year's vacation and our first planning session for this vacation. I'll have all the brochures here by the weekend. Maybe we could do that then. Does sometime this weekend work for everyone? Does anyone have plans yet? No plans. That's a good start. Let's make a Saturday brunch and we'll have our first dreaming and planning session. Write it on the calendar before anyone makes any other plans. This was fun, Mom. I thought it was going to be awful. I'm happy the way everything is working out too, Gabby. It's great that you said what you needed. It's great that we figured things out so we all get to have a good time, thanks to the one rule. Okay, at our Dreaming and Planning family brunch, we decided to meet today and see how this plan is working for all of us. I forgot to bring up the need for a follow-up meeting at our first meeting, so I'll go first. Everything is going well for me. Anyone else? Anyone having second thoughts? What are second thoughts, Mom? She means if you don't like our idea about having our family vacation here this year. Second thoughts means that you thought an idea was a good idea, but now you are thinking a different thought, a second thought about it, that maybe it's not a good idea. I need some more water. Oh, I like the idea. I've been making new friends since I asked some of the kids at school about going on trips around here. Lots of kids want to be able to go. Well, I'm sure we can work that out somehow. We just have to use the one rule. Yes, we just have to find our agreement. Anyone else? No? Well, let's schedule another dreaming and planning meeting. What about 2 weeks from Saturday, another family brunch? What date is that? The 17th? Oh yeah, I'll be available. Sounds good. Max, will you write it on the calendar? Sure, Mom. We're all here. Is it okay with everyone to have a short meeting? Good. So what's up, Max? Well, I thought after dinner would be a good time for us to all meet, for us all to meet. Something came up today that we need to agree on. I'm being offered a scholarship to soccer camp. It's happening right during our vacation. I want to accept, but I need it to be okay with all of you. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of. Is it going to be near here? Yeah, but I have to stay on the college campus where it's being held for the whole week. I don't have a problem with this. Anyway, family vacation is for 2 weeks. You can still spend 1 week with us. Does anyone else have a problem with this? For sure you have to do this, Max. Thanks, Gabby. Thanks, everyone. I'll tell them tomorrow that I can go. Now, in only moments, something that could have caused a lot of trouble and bad feelings in the family. You have to be part of the vacation. I'm going and I don't care what you say, is solved to everyone's satisfaction. Peace and harmony reign, thanks to the one rule. Okay. Now I thought of, when I was coming to this story, I saw another one that involves a family. I don't know if it's been set up for the one rule. I don't think so. So this is out of the foundation of the one rule, but it's still finding peace and harmony in the family. Traveling with a crawler. Everything and everyone is packed into the car, except Dylan and Amanda, the mother of the family. Dylan is 8 months old and has just started crawling. He's been crawling from room to room since he got up this morning, watching everyone else get ready to go, exploring whatever anyone would let him explore. Amanda goes to Dylan, shows him his travel cup with juice in it. She bends down to pick him up. Come on, Dylan, it's time to go. Would you like some juice? Dylan sits up and reaches up to her and the cup. She picks him up and hands him the cup. He drinks thirstily as she carries him out to the car. When she starts to put him in his car seat, he arches his body, lets his cup fall to the ground, and cries out his protest. Oh no, says his sister Violet, who had all his things ready for the trip. She was going to be his caretaker in the back seat. His brother Kevin groans. His mother holds Dylan and comforts him. It's okay, Dylan. We'll work this out. Don't worry. But Mommy has to be in a car seat. It's the law. Yes, I know, but we have to work something out that works for him too. Can you imagine 7 hours in a car with him screaming every waking minute? I could not do that. Don't worry, Mom, we would hate it too, says Kevin. I think we better have a family meeting about this, said Patrick, the dad. I'm going to let Dylan crawl out here. So maybe we should have our meeting on the grass, suggested Amanda. I need some more water. I know that most of us are ready to go, she says, and that we've worked hard to get packed. I realized it might be a little disappointing not to drive right now, but I don't see how we can. Remember, we have a month of vacation coming up, and I propose that we only drive when Dylan is sleeping or content to be in his car seat. What do you all think of that? I think it's workable, even if it takes us 2 or 3 days to get to the campground. Of course, we could drive at night. That way we'd be sure to be there by tomorrow. But Dad, I don't want to drive at night. I like to see where we're going, and I don't like sleeping sitting up in the car. It was just a suggestion, not something we have to do. I like to see where we're going too. Do you think Dylan will go to sleep soon, Mom? Probably within an hour or two. This crawling is very exciting for him, but it tires him out too. I want to go over to Meadow's house. She said she was going to be home this morning, and I'm sure she'd be glad to see me, says Violet. That sounds fine to me. Why don't you call her and check it out? Whoops. Kevin, I'd really like to get out the topo maps and show you some of the hikes I'm planning. Maybe we can decide on one just for the two of us, said Patrick. That sounds great, Dad. Mom, Dad, Meadow is really excited. I'm going over right now. Call me when it's time to go. Okay, we'll call you, then we'll pick you up. Have fun. Patrick, I just love it when we all work together so well, when we all work together so well, respecting each other and making the best of whatever comes along, says Amanda. Me too, sweetheart. Me too. And before long, Dylan will be right in there with the rest of us. That's just what I was thinking. Okay. Then the other thing I was planning on, I think it's here. Oh, yes. I want to show you a change on the website. Let's see. This is the new picture that you will see when you go to the happykidsco.org website. Friendly parents, happy kids. That's what it's all about. This is what you used to see, sort of. I kind of, I modified this for mobile because a lot of people are not seeing this on their computer, their laptops, or even their tablets. They're seeing it on their phone. So the one rule, because we are each important. That's why this is all happening. Okay, now here, you can sign up to join the mailing list. And at the moment, what you get is a copy of a 16-page ebook called The One Rule to Raising Happy Kids Mini. But this is going to change. So if you want this book, sign up for the mailing list. I'm not sure when it's going to change, but it's going to change. I'm thinking of a video to have that you get instead of the book. And the book will only be available maybe if you join as a member, and that is only $1.99 a month. So that's a really good option. It's like amazing. Now, the other thing you could do if you want, and I mentioned it earlier, at the bottom of every page on the website, there is this option to become an affiliate. For everything that you sell through your link, you get 50% of it. And if somebody signs up for a membership of any kind, a group, even if they sign up for the higher end things, you'll get 50% for as long as they are a member or a member of a group. Or anyway, there's the member site and then groups and then individual coaching. and other things. Anyway, all you have to do is you put your email in here and click this join, and then you'll get your own page as an affiliate, and you will have a link. It will get put into anything that you send out from. I'm going to be putting a lot more on the affiliate site so that you can choose what you want to send out. And it will all have your link in it. Okay, see, here are some of the groups. Anyway. So let's see. I think that's about it for today. Let's move this down here. Now, I don't know if you visited this site or explored it, but there's the magazines that are already done. The 5th one is still in process. Here's blog posts, videos, podcast. If you want to see endorsements from other people, there's lots of contact information here. And this is where you can go. I'll let you do this, because on this computer, it'll probably take a while to load. But if you would like to join the member site, you can go here. If you want to sign up for any of the groups, or right now I'm also putting together, it's not together yet, but I'm putting together a page where you can purchase ebooks and trainings separately, in case you would prefer to do that. Then pay $1.99 a month for all of that. You get all of that. It's amazing, the amount of information, the experiences, the trainings, ebooks, videos that you get as a member. You can go there and check it out. Go to this. Okay. All right, so I think that's it for today. We're almost done. So go check out the website. Okay, I wish you all a great week and lots of good times using the one rule. See you next week. And also keep an eye out for the stories, the friendly parents story time. Friendly parents story time. Okay. I think there are 4 so far. And this is something I will keep doing. And a book of all the stories is getting put together now too. Okay.